Hi guys, welcome to today's YouTube. I'm going to be talking about Yul-Gok and individual moves, and then obviously going through picture format. So without further ado, let's get going.
Hi guys, welcome to today's lesson. So today's Yul-Gok and the individual moves. So I'll first talk about new moves and then we'll go through the pattern through photographs. So start off power ready stance. The first move, it says in the book that goes horizontal, yeah. But from here, what happens is use both hands, yeah. So it comes like in a sort of an arc. So from here, it comes an arc, and because it's a measurement, it's on this chest line, this shoulder line, not the center, yeah. So it comes on the shoulder line. So from here, comes across on the shoulder line, and then two fast motion punches, obviously on the center line, yeah. And then when you're coming across the other side, comes across, and then an arc, sorry, and an arc so you can see, yeah. And then on the shoulder line, and then two fast motion punches, yeah. So when you come stepping across, you're stepping across, yeah, in an arc, yeah. Knock straight, yeah, so you're getting over on that arc. And then the next move is Maki, yeah. So when you've done your front snap kick, two fast motion punches from here, hook and block. So hook and block comes side fist on page 435. It explains about how it's a side fist and not the backhand, so it's not a full turn. From here crosses, it's the hot side fist facing down. It just comes across, yeah. So you must remember you're grabbing, yeah. So it's a natural movement. It's not so it goes in the same speed as your front foot. It's not a powerful move because you're aiming to grab your opponent's arm and not bounce. So it's really important that you just do it nice and comfortable. Once you've done that, your next two moves, which is connecting motion, you go full facing, you cross, half facing, and then full facing, yeah. So from here you go down full facing, up half side facing, down full facing, yeah. So from there, yeah, so from there you cross, up, down. So that's connected motion, yeah. One sine wave, two moves, one breath. So your next move after that is elbow strike. So once you've done your side kick, full sine wave, and then front. So your finger belly is just near the elbow, yeah, so that your fists touching your muscle, yeah, so it's right side, yeah. So it's just coming from there, you're grabbing somebody's head and you're pulling their head to your elbow. Then it's the same the other side. Then it's taekwon-do, yeah, so instead of doing your twin form, you're just changing the tools, so it's the same. Yeah, your fingers in line with your shoulder, knife hand on the center line, on the chest line, and this above your forehead. So you're just changing the tools from palmok to taekwon-do, yeah. And then obviously next few moves, which we know, you know fingertip first from do-san. And then the next moves, yes, from like dorsal high side block, so you half side facing, relax, full facing punch, yeah. And then after you've done your second one, high side block, reverse punch, it's an X stance. From there, back fist strike, yeah. So when you're doing the X stance, for me, it's because we're X stance, obviously, it's 70-30, yeah, sorry, pardon, sorry, 90-10, sorry, yeah, so it's 90-10, same as your foot stance in your next pattern, in a Chung Gun, yeah, it's 90-10, so it's 90 on the front foot and 10 on the back. So when you look in the book and the diagrams, it says that it looks like your foot's over, and it's wrong because it's there, it's hard to get that 90-10, where if you just pull your foot back, so your big toes and then with the heel and slightly out to the side, so you get that 90-10, yeah, so it allows you to go half side facing, and you're getting that back fist, so you half, yeah, it's supposed to be like that, yeah, you bring it more here and it's high back fist, and the foot ends up being 15 degrees, not straight ahead, just turn about 15, and then down, so you get that, you drop 90, and then the break 10, and then from there, you turn around, double forearm, yeah, same again. So double forearm, fingers in line with the eyes. Your little finger is in line near your elbow, not touching your elbow. Yeah. So it's got two applications. One for a smaller person to give that more of a push, and then two is sort of you be able to from there go straight into a low block. Yeah. Without that forearm, in case somebody does a side kicks. That's the two applications for a double forearm. So there are your new moves for Yul-Gok. Yeah, so you've got the first one to remember, that's just on the shoulder line, because not a punch. You've got hook and block, then you've got your connecting motion, which is goes, remember, full facing, half facing, full facing. So it's one sine wave, one breath, two movements. Then you've got elbow, for an elbow strike. You've got twin knife, you've got knife hand, Song Kalmaki, yeah, and then you've got your X stance, back fist, and then your double forearm. So they're your new moves for Yul-Gok. So next you're going to be going for Yul-Gok, going to be looking for them in picture format, then we'll have a little chat afterwards. See you soon.
The truth is, passion isn't in a person, it isn't in a place, and it isn't in a thing. It's something inside of you.
Whatever position you're at, you want to be the bull. That I'm going to be better than anybody else. You can be the bull in any position you're doing, and it's just telling yourself, I'm going to do this better than anybody else. I don't care what the job is. I don't care what you do. You be the bull at what you do.
So you might want to get honest with yourself. Like, instead of doing this, I want to be a millionaire, I want to do this. Do you really? Because you can make it happen. You actually can. You time travel forward a year. You investigate the patterns that you have that are giving you the result that you want, and then you back your ass up to right here, right now. And you decide, am I willing to do this now?
Mostly trying to find out what it is that I can do that only I can do. That's the real challenge, and that is something that I think takes your life to figure out. We can actually tell people that you are successful because you have found yourself, that it's independent of how much money you make, it's independent of how many followers you have. It's really about whether you have come to find out what it is that you can contribute, what impact you can have that no one else will have.
So the game of life, if it is a game, the end game is to be irreplaceable. You're one of a kind. You're original. There's nobody who can replace you, just as there's nobody who can replace Leonardo da Vinci. There's no one else like Napoleon Bonaparte. There's no one else like Steve Jobs. There's nobody else.
Hi guys. So I hope that helped you with Yul-Gok, the best of my knowledge, and so you understand the movements a little bit better. I know everybody has their own way of interpreting things, so mine's not set in stone. I'm not saying that you have to do it this way. and that. But obviously, this is the way I've been taught. Obviously, seen to perform it in obviously an IICs and that. And so obviously, I think next we need to talk about obviously like two-step, and they understand the two-step. And like yesterday, three-step, obviously remembering obviously that you start from low outer form block, and then when you're attacking, you go outside, inside, outside with the foot. So your right foot goes on the outside with the opponent's left foot, then inside with the left foot, and then outside. So it's outside, inside, outside. And then obviously two-step. Obviously, when you step back, you go back in the low outer form block, garden block. Yeah, so it's low outer form block for three-step, forearm garden block in L stance for two-step, and it's either hand or foot or hand. But it can't be both. It can't be both hand techniques or both feet techniques. It has to be one. Then you're actually getting used to opening your eyes to obviously attack from a hand and foot. It is easier obviously doing the foot technique than a hand. So for placing the foot, where if you do a hand technique first, it's a bit awkward to pull off a kick. You have to really maneuver, especially your foot position. So it is easier doing a kick first, then you can place the foot down wherever you need it, either inside the attacker's body, inside the body or outside the body of your opponent. But it's obviously entirely up to you, obviously, as a student or an instructor, how you teach it. But just little things like that can help. And same again, it's getting used to the distance, the correct vital spot, and knowing where you hit. And you have to practice. Same again, as like what I was saying yesterday about about your gun, like hitting the pad. You have to get used to always stopping, getting used to stopping in front of like somebody's neck. The closer, the better. If you get used to obviously going against an actual vital spot and how close you can get and precise, and not too far away, because if you're too far away, it's not going to work. So you have to get used to obviously getting as close as you can to either the carotid artery, to the eyes, to the nose, to the cheeks, to the solar plexus, to the ribs. So when you're doing a foot technique or hand technique, you know exactly where you're going for, and you have to get used to the preciseness that obviously is as close as you can without hitting them, and it gets you to your control. So that's my little chat for today, and I'll hope to see you soon. So thank you very much. Thanks. Bye.